So I'm just going to start it here because the beginning was pretty accurate.
In Jerusalem, later joined under the Council of Chalcedon. These patriarchs were supposed to have equal authority and dominance over all fellow bishops, but this supposed equality was very short-lived. The Patriarch of Rome deemed to hold a higher position than all other patriarchs, since the original Catholic Church was set up in St. Peter's Cathedral, with the backstory that the Apostle Peter was given the key by Jesus.
That's not true. Catholic Church was founded by Christ at Pentecost, and the term came from Ignatius of Antioch, where they get this arbitrary of setting up in St. Peter's Cathedral, old St. Peter's in Rome. Where the hell did they get that from? I don't even know any Catholic that claims that.
In Rome.
The Patriarch of Rome retained the position of the greater of all the other.
And Peter and Paul founded both Rome and Antioch, so...
patriarchs, and claimed to hold the title of the center of Christianity. This was a problem, as the capital of the Roman Empire was moved to Constantinople by the rule of Emperor Constantine I.
What was the center of... Yeah, I guess you could say it was this geographic center of Christianity, sure. And for the most part, it's a little north and west, but whatever.
Other conflicts included the fact that the West and the East used two different languages. The West used...
No, they're talking politically about the Roman Empire, not about the Church, because the Church had varied languages in the East, Syriac, Coptic,
Latin,
you have it.
Whereas the East used Greek. This made it difficult to communicate.
That wasn't always the case. There was a time when Latin was dominant in the East, and also there was a time when Greek was dominant in parts of North Africa and the West.
And thus led to potential misunderstandings and disputes. Also, the fact that the Byzantine outlawed the use of icons, believing that God was punishing the people for worshipping the paintings of biblical figures, which went against the commandment of not worshipping man-made objects.
Okay, first of all, nobody ever worshipped the images. Second of all, again, that's a political thing. It's not something that Rome never became iconoclastic, but the Church never did either. There were no iconoclasts in the Church. It was a political thing. They had heretics put in place of bishops and patriarchs. There was no... Who cares about a political ruling? What? And that was after the fall of the West. That was hundreds of years after the fall of the West.
This was not well received by the Pope of the West.
It wasn't well received by anybody, anywhere.
Another major conflict was that the East's use of Caesaropapism, where the emperor had control over both the state and the church.
That's not true. He only had control over the church as a bully. It's a bully pulpit, and he ran roughshod. The church never says, "Oh, you have authority over the bishops." No. And the bishops didn't like that. Case in point, John Chrysostom.
While the West favored the Pope presiding over politics.
Politics? What? No, the emperor deals with politics, the bishops deal with spiritual matters.
Andrew and I sincerely hope that you have learned many interesting facts regarding the differences between the Eastern Orthodox Church and the Roman Catholic Church. Thank you for watching.
Unfortunately, it's just a bunch of misinformation.